So I go to turn my phone on to make this a video, and the hour is exactly on my phone 17:17. I took a picture of it. This twin flame journey, it's the most painful journey in all aspects. It's like you meet this other person that in essence is like you, but different. Like almost like a mirror image, like a mirror image, or the other side of, like, if I am if I go over boundaries, maybe he is very strict with boundaries. It's like almost like polar opposites. So I get to see the other extreme of where I'm at. And it's like you each have to come and give in order. There's like the soul recognition. Your souls want, you want to connect. It's like a draw. It's above you. It's like connecting at all the different cosmic levels. That's why there's so many storylines going on all at once, because there are different levels of connection and all the different layers or different dimensions. And also you begin to be able to feel each other's emotions and speak telepathically almost. And then you start getting into feelings and things that aren't your own, and you feel them all of a sudden, and it can be uncomfortable because it's something new. It's something that you don't know. And not only that, with the emotions, it's something that you don't know the story behind. So it's just pure emotion. You're feeling like the pain of something without the story of it. It's funky. I have all these different timelines going on and different stories, and they're all real. They're just like in different dimensions. There's 2 helicopters going over there. No, you're not going to be able to see them probably. No, they're too small. One of them already went over the ridge anyway. Oh, look, but there's the pillar. See? So each one, in order to make any kind of connection, each one has to find, it has to come forward. And bend the things that make them feel uneasy. Because you have to get to what is that? It's just a stick. It looked like a snake tail. I'm going to go back and show it to you, because it's not fair just to leave you curious like that as to what I meant. I'll show you what I mean. Look. Can you see it? It looks like a snake tail. I am doing this course, and I have just been sad. And I want to be excited about the course. You know, we're doing great things, we're doing breakthroughs, and I want to break through. I want to break through this. I remember last time I was heartbroken, and I went and did this session. And during the session, I realized that I was trying to hate that other person. But the truth is that I loved them. There's only love. So I was going against myself. And that was when I realized that I can continue to love somebody and let them go at the same time. You know, I can know that I love him, and I still do. And at the same time, that's what I'm looking at. And at the same time, I can let him go. I don't have to hold on. I mean, I know that he's out there in the world and that he's doing his own thing and that he is going to be okay. And, you know, and I want to be excited about my life again. I used to be so excited about my life. Lately, it seems like other people are more excited for me about my life than I am about my life. And I want to be excited about my life. Like, I know I've come a long ways and I'm really happy with myself and I love myself. I just feel heartbroken. I want to get over this quick. I want to be on the other side of it. Where it doesn't hurt anymore, where I can be excited, like my attention can be off of it. I want to put my attention on on new things that I'm doing. You know, I'm building a workshop. I'm doing a workshop I've been wanting to learn for a long time. And I finally signed up to something that I saw that I really wanted to do. It's a workshop on how to build a workshop. And while during the workshop, you know, at the end of the process, we're supposed to have a workshop. I've already been in this for 2.5 weeks, and I'm really enjoying myself. You know, we had, you know, we're a really good group. I just feel like with this whole move, and you know, the way that I'm feeling, like heartbroken and stuff, I'm trying to bring the excitement there. I'm trying to like use it as a lift-off point. It's something that I really wanted to do, and I need to do. I need to generate a revenue of income. And I just feel like from all the pressure, I can't get my butt in gear. I can't, my focus isn't there. You know, and I'm feeling like down. Oh, I need to change my language. tell myself how good I am and how well I'm feeling and how bright things are. And how wonderful and marvelous and wondrous this life is. Even these parts. You know, these are the parts of expansion. These are the parts where we have to go through the crap to expand afterwards. You know, these are like looking back at points. You say, oh, look, I did that. I overcame that. But when you're going through it, you have to just go through it. Because you can't get the lesson without going through it, actually going through it. You can't get the lesson by looking at it from a different perspective. I mean, you wouldn't need the lesson if you were already over it, would you? I don't know what the lesson of this one is. I guess that's why you still have pain, when you just don't know. Look at this one. That's when you have pain, when you just don't know what the lesson is yet. I guess the let go is when you understand what the lesson is in it. I can tell myself rationally all the things, you know. I don't want somebody who doesn't want me. It can't work. It's not meant to be. You know, it's not good for me either. If it, you know, if the other person is the feeling it's not right, then it's not right. I mean, it can't be right if one person is feeling that it's not right. It's just that the other person doesn't see it yet. Like, Simon told me that. And it's true. Besides, there's so much more to that, you know? What I'm doing is I'm trying to like increase the pain, make the like intensify it so I can just go through it all at once and burn it out and just let go. Just let go. Move my attention somewhere else. Just let it go. It doesn't matter. I was uploading one of my videos and I was on it. I don't remember what I was going to say. I hear people behind me on the trail and I don't want to be sitting here crying when they come up. Another one of these crying videos. Okay, so I can't leave the end of that last part of this movie like that, because I was like at a real down point, and I didn't want you to think that I was continuing on like that. Things brighten up. You know, I talk them out and talk them out and cry them out, and then I get sick of crying, and then my mind just goes and moves on to other things. So I I'm still going through this, but you know, that's how it is. I have these ups and downs and ups and downs. And I think that a lot of times when I feel like I'm emotionally overwhelmed, I grab the camera so I can talk to the camera and put it out, you know, get it out of me, talk it out. So there's the caves up behind me again. This is like my turnaround point usually. I like to go up there and sit, but there's not a lot of light left. And if I'm going up there, I want to sit for a while leisurely and stuff. And I don't feel like just climbing up there to climb up there and then come back down and have to rush out of here. I'd rather walk the river slowly back. So this is right that at twilight when all the birds are just up in the sky. I don't know if you can see them or not. But it's like they're like doing a party to the sun, like a going away party to the sun every night. And then when the sun comes up in the morning, they're at it again. It's this time. It's just like a frenzy. It's like playing outside and this, you know, playing outside until it's bedtime. You know, you just want to keep on playing and keep on playing. You know, you pull it, just a minute, just a minute. So it's kind of like that. I love this hour too. There's something really, I think it's it's because it's a in between. It's like the time of change from one thing to another. So there's something really equal, something that is like calming. It's neither here nor there. Okay, I'm going to stop this here so it doesn't get too long. Okay, so I remembered there was something that I wanted to talk about. It was about this whole thing about putting my whole life out on YouTube. You know, there's like, I keep on going back and forth and in between. Like, there's, first of all, it's therapeutic. And I feel like putting myself out there is accepting myself. You know, this is what I'm going through. I'm not the only one. I feel like people are living in hiding these kinds of emotions and trying to put on a face, even to themselves, that everything is just fine, and they're, you know, don't want to admit to themselves. They don't want to. Oh, this one I like. I like this one. But it's not even enough for me to want to take it. Neither is this one. So part of me says that that in itself is a value. And I feel like it's being born out of me. Almost like it's happening and I'm just what's allowing it to happen. Or something like that. I don't know exactly well. Something like that. It feels like it's being born out of me. Look at this. This I do like. Okay, look at this. See? Look at that. I am taking that as a sign. I'm taking that as a sign that no matter what, I'm going to be okay. This is all a divine, there's a divine plan, and I am, um, everything always works out for the best, and you always see it in the end. It's always for your higher good, and it doesn't matter, that the pain is letting go of expectations. Letting go of expectations, which is a good thing anyway, because when you let go of expectations, look at this rock. This rock is pretty cool too. When you let go of expectations, then the world can surprise you. When you have expectations, you're only looking for one storyline to play out. If you're expecting the worst to happen, you can expect that the worst will happen, because you kind of bring it into being by way of, and this is the law of attraction, by way of you expect it to happen, and therefore you start seeing signs that are telling you what you're expecting to see. Even if it's not really, you even start making up signs. If somebody starts yawning, you look at that one. That one is cool. That's like a button. I like that one. That one I'm taking. That one is really super symmetrical. I like that heart. I'm happy about that. And that's like a good sign to me, that everything is working out exactly as it is supposed to be, and that my heart is going to be okay. And you know what? I don't want to close my heart. I don't want to close my heart. I want to love fully. So I'm just going to go through the pain, and I'm going to know that I can go through it if I need to go through it again. And I'll probably know how to do it a lot quicker too. You learn, once you go through it, you get toughened up to it, and you can, where the end is. You can see the end of it. See, that's one storyline. And then I have the other twin flame storyline, that there is no, there's no separation. So you see, there's like the 3D storyline and the twin flame storyline going on. And there's like all sorts of other storylines going on too. They're like half out of this world. I mean, exactly that, half out of this world. Connecting back to the Bible and to reincarnations and remembering past lives, and all of a sudden having telepathic abilities with somebody, a connection with somebody, and understanding what that is really, because when you don't realize it, and then realizing it was there all along, you just didn't notice it. It was in your, I don't know, tucked way back in there. One of those things that was learned out of us or conditioned out of us. See, it comes down to it that I am whole by myself. I don't need to be dependent on anybody else around me to make me whole. And for me to be whole is for me to be whole on all the different levels. That means hold myself up, also emotionally, also physically, in every way, to my own, to my own values. Hold myself up to my own values. Don't go against myself. Um, give up any kind of addictive behaviors, which a breakup is an addictive behavior. You're like, you need this other person for something or other, to otherwise you don't feel full. See, that's where I'm going to. I'm my own being. This is my own experience. If I don't fully realize myself, who is? You know, it's a cop out to need somebody else to fully realize myself. I miss out on the joy of doing it myself. Oh, look at me. Because you can be proud of yourself when you do it yourself. You can be really proud of yourself when you do it yourself. You see, that is a good vibe. I'm glad I'm recording this because I can go back to this and watch it. See, there is like when you do something yourself with your own two hands, there is like, there's a sweet taste to it. I know this. There's a sweet taste to it. It's like when I saved up to buy my first car, or that I paid for my own license. And in Israel, you have to pay for, it's a lot, and I worked my butt off, and I paid for it out of, myself. I always, when I was younger, I took care of myself. And so there's like a sweet taste and achievement. And that's something that we also need to teach our children, because I remember that feeling also from when I was a child. You had to do something to, you see, there's different ways of looking at it. Yeah, it's not all black and white, because, also you also should be, knowing that you are loved no matter if you do or don't. And I did. I always felt like I was loved. I think that children that see their parents have hands-on feel loved. There's a parent there caring. I'm going to go on the riverbed. So there's a fine line there. But there is a sweet taste to achievement. And that's something that it's worth feeling in life. It's also, to overcome your biggest fears is to grow, and then you're able to accomplish anything that you want to, when you get the fear out of it. Because the fear, it really does like run our lives. We run away from things that we're afraid of. Even if we really want them, we still run away from them because we don't want to face those fears. And then our fears are running our lives. I don't want people to, it all comes down to a feeling of inadequacy or low self-esteem. The love for ourselves. We need to find the love for ourselves and understand that we are perfect as we are. This is the journey of expansion. You can't know everything before you know it, and you have to stumble and fall to learn anything, because you don't know it. It's like blind. It's like we were a whole bunch of little children thrown out here blind. Okay, go fend for yourselves. Go for it. First, let's program you into giving you report cards that tell you what you're worth or not worth, and teach you how to, I don't know, I'm not going to get into that. Look, this is also, it's kind of a heart. It's like your eyes open up to see what you want to see. But I like it anyway. I think it's nice. And I sometimes give out hearts that I find. You know, when you're keen on something, it's funny how your eyes see it. You see, it's coming back to the same conversation that we're having now. You know, you see what you expect to see. And so a lot of times I find heart rocks, and then I give them out as presents to people when I think about it or something. You know, sometimes I've had heart rocks in my purse that I just give to random people. It's amazing how many heart rocks there are. I have this one rock that looks like a real heart. That one's a cool one. Okay. I like that. That, you see, it's a little bit off there on the edge, but I do like this balance art, and this is a pretty cool piece for that, I think. Okay, I'm going to sum this up. Look, I got back to there. We're getting close to dark. I've been filming quite a bit on this walk, and I just kind of want to go inside and be with myself and with nature now. I figure everything is as it's supposed to be, and I have this part of me that says just let things be as they are, and, you know, don't fight against. Just, you know, just be. Okay, well, sending you lots of love. Okay, I just had a thought and I wanted to record it. So on this twin flame journey, um, the loops that we keep on going into, it's like the separations. They're getting close and getting far, getting close and getting far, and it's like a spiral, right? We're spiraling. And what I just realized is that the times that we're close, it's when we're reflecting back to each other the lights, you know, all of the lights, and there's a closeness there, and that's why it also feels so good. You're getting all of your positive points and all of your beauty reflected, you know, all of the parts that you are bringing forward, and true to, are getting reflected back to you, and that's beautiful. And then you go into these stages where you get your shadows reflected back to you, and that's the separations, that you're getting your shadows reflected to you, because not only are you in separation, you have all of these things that you need to overcome inside of yourself. You like have this whirlwind going on inside emotionally, and the pain, and you know, finding your weaknesses and places that you uh, uh, are out of whack with your being, with your true being. So that's the work. You know, the places where I am now, these are the places of the work. This is where I need to be practical. These are the places where I actually bring it down into 3D. You know, okay, I get it. And now it's time to, you know, quit philosophizing about it and bring it down into the 3D world. So, like, and an example for that in the 3D world is overcoming my fears. Like, for instance, if I need practically to make another revenue of income, then I need to get over my fears. I need to get over my fears and put my big girl britches on and get out there and to just put myself out there. And I think that these videos that I'm doing now are really helpful for that. They're helpful for me anyway. And it's fun. It's fun. It's actually, this is something that I am excited about. It's fun. And then I have like these moments where I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Everybody that knows you can just go on there and see you all frazzled on, you know, my kids' teachers. Not really. I feel like eye to eye with my kids' teachers. I mean, my kids are there for hours and hours and hours. They know my kids. So, anyway, I feel a warm and closeness to there. We've had local school here. We've been through a lot of years together. A lot of years together. So it's through my Elia, who's now in high school. He's in 10th grade. So that school, he went from first grade up to 8th grade. And Aviad is now in 8th grade. It's 2 years later. So what is that, 8, 9, 10 years? So we know each other pretty well. So, okay, so as you can see, how my state of mind as I entered the valley, and my state of mind as I am leaving the valley. And I am going to stop this now so that I can have 2 minutes of walk time on my own, just to enjoy. Okay, good night. So I was just thinking, I got back from the hike, and I was just thinking that this whole journey that I've been on and the changes that I've been going through have really been pushing a lot of people's buttons that are around me. Um, there's a big change in me that's been going on for the last year or so since I met my twin flame. And I think it makes people feel, people that are close to me, maybe my children, my parents, my siblings, people that are close, feel like I guess the change that is happening in me makes them unsure, because it's all of a sudden I'm different than I was. I think things, think differently. Also with the point of all the spiritual things that I've been talking about and the twin flames that I've been talking about. My family, no, I can't say that, but I think that some of them, I think that they don't know how to grasp it. They don't know what to think of it. Just like if you would have told me something like that about a year ago, I wouldn't have known what to think about it. It would have been kind of like off the wall. Okay, well, that's kind of hairy. And then all of my perspective, like all of a sudden, all of my perspectives are changing, and also my feeling closeness to Yoshua, which is really like in my family, that's a real soft spot. And but all of a sudden I see it. I see what he meant, the man. I connect to the vision that he was trying to show people, that there is an alternative. There's a different way of being where everybody is provided for. There's a different way of being that is where you're looking for the good in all. And when all people are looking for the good in all, then it is a worldwide community. Everybody wants for everybody. And I think that was the way of life that he was, it's righteousness. Everybody does what's right, not what they want for themselves by ways of greed. Everybody wants what's right. When everybody wants what's right, the world is right. And then there's more of that, because things go where the focus goes. So it's just like whatever you put your focus on, that's what grows. So I'm glad I just said that, because I'm going to put my focus on that workshop that I'm doing. I'm going to move my focus, at least part of my focus, over to there. And I'm also thinking that what I should really do is take all of the videos that I filmed throughout the day and not upload them. Just put them all into one long, this was my day. I don't know. You tell me what you think. I'm going to do these last videos that I just recorded. That way I'm looking, because I'm boiling water. I'm going to make honey. And cinnamon. I'm just going to do honey and cinnamon, and then some oatmeal milk. I should have taken the honey first. Okay, good enough for me. Okay. The water's not quite there yet. Okay. I should move it away so you can actually see what I'm doing. See, that's better. I'm trying to take notice and stand up straight. Also, you notice when you stand up straight that you feel better. You feel like more alive. I have honey cookies. Okay, well then, I still have my tarot cards that I want to open. I'm wondering if I should just get dressed up, and because I want to do it with some class. After the other day when I put on makeup, it felt fun to have some makeup on. It felt fun. Okay, well, I'm stopping this. Sending you lots of love.